Because somebody makes a mistake in their life doesn't mean that they haven't done good things. I don't know what he did, and he said something 20 years ago and apologized for it.
I owe my followers, my community, and all of social media an apology.
So this has got to be one of the dumbest ways to ruin your career. And that's by pandering to an angry mob of essentially terminally online people that hate you. That is the situation that Joey Swoll has found himself in, a pretty popular fitness influencer that I've actually featured on my channel a couple times in the past in some videos. He usually calls out insufferable influencers' behavior in the gym, and I've always been a big fan of his content. But just this week, I was pretty shocked to hear that Joey's getting canceled. And for what? You might be wondering. Well, he's getting canceled for reposting a tribute video honoring Hulk Hogan, who just passed away recently.
I am a real American.
Sorry for the royalty-free music. Then again, I think it's pretty perfect considering the clownery of this whole situation. But yeah, this is the video that Joey initially got canceled for. A pretty wholesome little tribute video of him dressed up as Hulk Hogan working out at the gym. Hulk Hogan, who no doubt served as an inspiration to many people, especially in the fitness space, and this is one of Joey Swoll's heroes. But here's the thing though, and I didn't know this, but Hulk Hogan apparently said some racist things years ago. Decades ago. So according to the internet, if you like Hulk Hogan and have been inspired by him, that automatically means you're a horrible racist person now. Yeah, if you like someone that said a certain thing 20 years ago, you are by extension also horrible and stand by all of their words. That's the logic of the internet here, and Joey Swoll got tons of hate for this tribute video, and he responded to this hate in a live stream, so let's take a look.
I can post Hulk Hogan if I want to. Just because somebody makes a mistake in their life doesn't mean that they haven't done good things. I don't know what he did, and he said something 20 years ago and apologized for it. If you're going to attack me, you better go after the colored athletes and the people that are black and minority that went and posted him as well. Okay, the man was nice to me. He made a mistake. I'm not God. People make mistakes in life. If you got a problem with that, look at yourself. There's not one single person in here that hasn't made a mistake in their life. So if you got a problem with that, then just leave or you'll be blocked. Period.
So this was his response to the haters that were battering him in his live stream comments about liking Hulk Hogan. I mean, how could he? But yeah, Joey stood on business and defended his stance, rightfully so. Though I don't know if you caught that, but if you listen closely, Joey used the word colored in his live stream that only escalated the cancellation even further.
If you're going to attack me, you better go after the colored athletes and the people that are black and minority that went and posted him as well.
Yeah, honestly, it didn't even register for me after he used that word, but my God, this was not good for him, and tons of people had serious issues with that.
I don't know what he did, and he said something 20 years ago and apologized for it. If you're going to attack me, you better go after the colored athletes and the people that are black and minority that went and posted him as well.
Colored? What? So, hearing him take up for Hulk Hogan pissed me off too. But then it made me even madder because he essentially did the same thing Hulk Hogan did. Was use a slur, right? And you know what I mean? It's like, man, bro, don't meet your heroes.
Yeah, this is just one of the tons of videos that freaked out over Joey using the word colored, and I don't know, this just seems like a huge sensitive overreaction to me. Everyone's always talking about how sensitive people are nowadays, and this is a perfect example, because I don't think it takes a genius to recognize that Joey didn't say that word in any type of malicious way whatsoever. It doesn't sound like he even knew that was a slur at all, just like me. Like, if people just lost their minds and don't have anything to do, clearly Joey isn't some terrible racist person, but the amount of people painting it like that and losing it over this is insane. But it looks like the hate mob did get to Joey, and he eventually posted an apology video.
I owe my followers, my community, and all of social media an apology. A few days ago, I reposted an old video of me in the gym wearing a Hulk Hogan Halloween costume on the day that he passed. Last night in my live stream, a lot of people expressed how upset and frustrated they were with me that I had posted that. Instead of listening and understanding like I should have, I became defensive and said that I was posting to celebrate the wrestling icon, the person that so many of us looked up to as kids, that we grew up with, that made us tear our shirts and take our vitamins and say our prayers. I didn't know to the extent of all the horrible things that he had done. Since last night, I have done a lot of research, talked to a few people, and learned all of the horrible things that man has done.
Horrible things he's done. I don't know, he's making it sound like Hulk Hogan was some serial killer or kitty diddler. No, he said some racist things. He said some words like 20 years ago, which sure, you could call him an asshole. He's not the greatest person ever, but in my opinion, that shouldn't really take away from if he was an inspiration to you and plenty of other people. Like, are you just supposed to automatically hate someone and never support them over something they said many years ago? Like, you're a horrible person by extension if you're inspired by them? As well as discount the extraordinary things, someone like Hulk Hogan did. I think his response in the live stream was perfectly fine, and even if he wanted to apologize, he could have just said, yeah, I might not agree with everything Hulk Hogan said, but he will still always be one of my biggest inspirations. Like, what is this apologizing and pandering and cowering here?
And all of the horrible things that man has done, which is way more than just making a mistake and being human. So because of that, I have taken the videos down, and I apologize to anybody that I offended. I am sorry. Also, during last night's live stream, I used the word colored instead of saying person of color, which is a very outdated, very offensive term. A few moments later, somebody educated me and told me that it wasn't okay to use that, which I immediately apologized to everyone and said I would never do that again. So once again, to anybody that I offended, I am sorry. My whole page, my whole brand is based on holding people accountable and doing better. I would be a hypocrite if I didn't hold myself to the same standards. I am human, I am still growing, I am still learning, and I promise all of you, I will do better. I have nothing but love and kindness in my heart. I will continue to try to make the world a better place, and once again, to everybody, I apologize.
It's just spineless. That's really the best way to describe this apology to people who are probably not even Joey Swoll fans. Just an angry mob. A loud, sensitive minority. Reality is, Joey could have easily just ignored this, easily ignored the hate from these TikTokers, and this would have blown over in like a week. Funnily enough, his entire comment section doesn't even seem offended, and I don't think his real fans even gave a shit about this in the first place. The mob he pandered to, though, I want to believe this is a genuine apology, but it comes off more like damage control. The TikTok video spoke volumes about your true feelings toward people of color. It shouldn't take 2 rounds of backlash for you to educate yourself. So yeah, this hate mob doesn't even care nor accept his apology at all. And this is just the reality of pandering and bending the knee to the first sign of hate towards you. The mob who hates you will continue to hate you, and the people who stood beside you just won't like you anymore. This episode is a perfect example of performative strength versus real masculine strength. Joey is performatively strong. He spends 14 hours a day in the gym and looks like it, but he has no real actual masculine strength. The moment he encountered pushback from a bunch of whiny leftists, he folded and apologized, and now he's running away and quitting while begging for pity. I don't care how much you could bench press. If this is how you carry yourself, you're weak. All the good I've done all the people I've helped, all for nothing. I truly hope all the people I've inspired do great things in their life and pay it forward to help others and carry on my message. But no matter how much good you do, people just wait for a reason to hate you and tear you down. You either die a hero or live long enough to be the villain. Thank you for your support. I am done. And then all the responses are just shitting on him. Don't pander. Don't bend the knee. That's the takeaway of today's video, because this is what'll happen. A situation and loud minority that could have easily been ignored but is now blown completely out of proportion and has ruined Joey Swoll's flawless career. The reality is you just can't make everybody happy. No matter how hard you try or how good you might be, you'll always have haters. So you might as well just stand on business. Stand by what you believe and not try hard to appease every single person. Because then at that point, your integrity is just gone. It's non-existent and nobody will stand by you.
You guys have got to be fucking kidding me. This is the guy that you're mad at. You are mad at Joey Swoll. Generally speaking, one of the least problematic people on the internet. And he does one thing that you don't like. He says one thing, no pun intended, that's a little bit off color, misspeaks a little bit, and you fucking crucify him? Are you fucking kidding me? This whole situation is the epitome of twice I did good, that I heard never, once I did bad, that I heard ever. This guy has been on the right side of so many things, in my opinion, and full transparency, I used to not be a fan of him, okay? Like in the early days of like Instagram gym fitness, I wasn't a huge fan of him. However, I think he has consistently shown that he is a well-intentioned person, and that to see someone do one thing that you disagree with, to miss the mark a little bit, and then to just change your fucking tune on him, god damn. You guys don't have any fucking loyalty to anything. God forbid your best friend, your husband, your wife, your child, your parents, fucking anybody in your family just misses the mark a little bit. God, I would hate to know any of you in real life. I would hate to be any of your friends.
But anyways, I think that's going to wrap up today's video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for some more juicy videos coming soon to the channel. And let me know what your thoughts are on this whole situation. I think this is a perfect example that demonstrates the importance of not being so easily controlled. So easily guilted and forced into thinking a certain way and pandering. You know, of having some backbone and some conviction. But at the end of the day, I'm not surprised, as most social media influencers are pretty fucking fake and will pander to their audience to make them happy in any way they can. But by pandering and making sure everyone is happy, is that really the kind of audience you want to have? People that completely control you and your thoughts? I'm not sure about that, but let me know what your thoughts are. Leave a comment. Peace.